Hans Malred Songbird, Eve Evangeline, Mary Magdalene, Einstein, Tesla's Mind in New York City. This video is about the video. The internet is a scam, and this is why. From the David Icke Dot Connector channel. And these are notes that I took about this video. It was so important what he was saying. The internet is a military, intelligence, industrial, information complex. DARPA is the military arm of the Pentagon that started the internet. Constant 24/7 details of the population is what they're about gathering. They let you have information. And then they keep a record of what information you want. They want to control perceptions. Artificial intelligence takeover. That's what the internet is becoming. It was always meant to become, too. They take in control the fine details of people's lives. Gathering of fine details about people's lives. That's what they do. Influencing what people think by censoring. Clinton staffers went on to work for Google. That's a scandal. Internet giants influence perception. That's Google, Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, exactly. The European Union enters final stages of crafting legislation. It's a game. You censor this, you censor that, because global control of humanity is psychological control of perception, how you think about what you think about. You understand they're trying to control your thinking and thereby control your feelings and your behavior? Creepy Google now tracking your credit card sales. MasterCard and Google got together on this, and there are 2 billion MasterCard holders, or 2 million, I'm not sure what. There is no privacy for the average person. Yahoo Mail, 200 million emails are being searched for information. Pinterest says if you are critical of vaccines, you are silencing people. They are silencing people for Big Pharma, for the drug company, for the makers of the vaccines. And so they say their propaganda is if you are critical of vaccines, the vaccine industry, you are self-harming. Free speech on internet is disappearing, says David Icke. Divisive, disturbing, or unsafe information. Excuse for censorship. Okay, just say it's divisive. It's disturbing, or it's unsafe information, so we have to censor it, see? Liberals are stormtroopers. They're talking about fake liberals are stormtroopers. They are not progressives. No, they are progressive. Fake liberals and progressives are stormtroopers. They are not censored because they are saying what the agenda wants. Anyone challenging the official narrative are being censored. New Yorker editor says they've dropped plans to censor to interview. That should be to interview. Steve Bannon next month. That's censorship. The mob changed his mind, the New York editor's mind. Trying to turn this page. There it goes. Where does all this lead? Asked Ikes. If you're not confident of what you're saying, you want to delete any voices against what you're saying, so that only your voice is heard. That's what's going on, and that is called tyranny. Where does all this end when only the official version of anything is ever heard? I hope it ends in the rise to power of the holy royal family of do-gooders, of saints and geniuses, headed by Jesus Christ Gurinder Singh and his wife, Mary Magdalene. Okay? And Will Smith for president, and sing Birdsong as king. It's Will Smith for president. Okay. And Robin Birdsong as Empress of India, the UK, and Europe. Where did I have Robin's picture? Okay, I can reach up and show you Robin's picture. It's Robin Birdsong on the right. Okay. And Melanie L. Spear as Goddess of the Universe. And the rest of the Holy Royal Family, including St. Matthew, Dr. Mehmet Oz, St. Luke, Dr. Benjamin Carson. Do these okay, back to Ike asking question, David Ike. Do these progressives think that the censorship won't eventually apply to them as they squeeze and the squeeze of what you can and cannot say occurs? Think Progressive. That's the name of an organization censored by Facebook after they got Alex Jones censored. Those calling for censorship eventually get censored themselves. Clear-cut case of reaping what you sow. Here's a fake liberal group calling for censorship of what it doesn't agree with, and then it gets censored due to the intervention of an organization it doesn't agree with, the Bill Kristol Weekly Standard, which created the project for the New America Center, which in 2000 created documents calling for a series of wars in the Middle East, leading to a regime change of those countries that it wanted taken out. That list of countries and regime changes has been ticked off ever since by President Bush, Obama, Trump. Same things go on, same agenda demanded by Bill Kristol, the Weekly Standard. Presidency after presidency. Now we have a situation where the Weekly Standard is a fact checker of what people see and don't see on Facebook, and Think Progress Group has now experienced. Does anyone think it's worth reevaluating? Anyone decoded Angel, Michelle, Angel Gabriel, I ordering enter energy. ordering in, entering energy. I think the internet, military, intelligence, industrial information gathering operation should end censorship, and that new personnel, objective, logical people should take over. Question: fake liberals, progressives, are you seeing where your actions are taking the world and where the consequences of your actions are going to be? I hope the fake liberals and progressives and military, internet, intelligence, information, military, industrial complex lose their influence in the world, and that the Holy Royal Family assumes power and takes their voices, influence the world and no one else's, and that their voices influence the world and no one else's. What does that say? Ike says, regarding Alex Jones, who was Paul Revere in a past life, there are many things that Alex Jones says that I agree with, and there are many things he says that I don't agree with. But it doesn't matter what I or anyone else thinks of Alex Jones. If he is denied freedom of expression, as he has been by these internet giants, then everyone has lost freedom of expression. I hope Alex Jones and the rest of the Holy Royal Family heads and members gain and maintain freedom of expression for all eternity. Because when you're denying people, this is what David Icke is saying, when you're denying people the right to say what their opinions are, then all that's left for everyone else is the freedom to conform to what is acceptable to the authorities. I hope the Holy Royal Family becomes the authorities. And then David Icke says, this range of what you're allowed to say is being squeezed until all that's left is the official narrative. And that's where we're going. So the freedom of speech of people we don't agree with is actually our freedom of speech, or anyone with a brain cell. Where are we going? We can get a good idea by looking at China. China has been a closed society, and thus the government has been able to do what it likes. When China is now where China is now and is going very shortly is where the government of the free West is planning to go. It can't go quite so fast, so quickly though. It's catching up because it's not quite a controlled society. It can't go so fast, so quickly, because it's not quite a controlled society as is China. But that's where it's going. We look at China and we see where the West is planning to go. I hope all go well. The devil under Jesus Christ. Govinda Singh.